Welcome. Welcome to this place in cyberspace, which we sometimes refer to as the Virtual Mission Chapel of the Archangel Uriel, part of the Temple of Gaia. Whether this looks like something you've avoided or something you miss, we hope you will find what you're looking for while you're here. We are omni-denominational. We don't teach you our path. We help you find your own path. If you have a path, we hope we can add some dimension to it while you're here. And you're welcome to stay as long as you like. If you don't have a spiritual path, we can help you find yours. If you once did have a spiritual path, but you were driven away by issues, especially issues having to do with other people on that path, we hope that you can come here for the healing you need and the restoration you deserve. Above all, welcome. Merry meet and blessed be, and a blessed Yule. Merry Christmas, blessed Hanukkah, blessed Christmas, blessed Kwanzaa. Whatever occasion or combination of occasions you're celebrating, welcome. And yeah, there are many of us who celebrate a combination. So, let's begin the celebration. I consecrate this circle of power to the ancient gods. Here may they manifest and bless their child. I consecrate this circle of power to the ancient gods. Here may they manifest and bless their child. This is a time that is not a time, in a place that is not a place, on a day that is not a day. I stand at the threshold between the worlds, before the veil of mysteries. May the ancient ones help and protect me on my magical journey. I call upon you, powers of air, to witness this rite and to guard this circle. I call upon you, powers of fire, to witness this rite and to guard this circle. I call upon you, powers of water, to witness this rite and to guard this circle. I call upon you, powers of earth, to witness this rite and to guard this circle. Hamari noadri helgevithata codvert. Hamari austri helgevithata codvert. Hamari sudri helgevithata codvert. Hamari vestri helgevithata codvert. Hamarufamir helgevithata codvert. Hamaruntamir helgevithata codvert. Hamar helgevithata codvert. Umikokimir as garderok midgarder. This circle is bound with power all around. Within it I stand with protection at hand. A reading from the Sibyl's prophecy. Dark as the sun, the earth sinks below the sea. No bright star now shines from the heavens. Only smoke and menacing fires leap to the skies in lordly flame. I see rising a second time out of the waters the earth, green once more. An eagle flies over rushing waterfalls, hunting for fish from the craggy heights. The Aesir meet in Ida Valley. They speak together about the serpent, looking again at days long past, remembering Odin's ancient ruins. In later times, a wondrous treasure, chessmen of gold, will be found in the grass, where the Aesir had left them ages ago. Barren fields will bear again. Woes will be cured when Balder comes. Hod and Balder will live in Odin's hall, home of the war gods. Seek ye wisdom still? There are many translations of this. You've heard me read this before. But now more than ever, because the time before I was talking about a promise. Now I'm talking about fulfillment. And that's what Yule is about. Picture, if you will, ancient times. Before the internet, before computers, before television, before radio, before there was even a whole lot of people who knew how to read and write, before books. People had time to pay attention to nature in those days. And one of the ways they had of learning how to cope with their world, this world that they had been put into, was to learn its ways and measure its ways. A stick planted in the ground, and you measure the sun's shadow at noon every day. And after a while, you get a nice circle of stones, except it's not quite a circle. And you see there's a point where the sun begins going away. But then the sun starts coming back. And that's what Yule is about. We were promised, our ancestors were promised, that the sun would come back and bring us spring and summer once again. So what if we live in the 21st century? It's still relevant. We still deal with the divine. We may deal with the divine in different ways than our ancestors did in the days before so much of what we take for granted today. But the fact is, there's still the promise and there's still the fulfillment. We still call upon the divine. We still have things to ask for. We still have needs. We call upon the divine. Yule is the beginning of the fulfillment. Perhaps that's at the root of Yule gifts. How many divine children were born at this time of year? How many divine children's births do we celebrate at this time of year? And even when it's not a divine child, a re-beginning. That's what Hanukkah is all about. After all those years in exile in Babylon, the people of Israel came back. And they wanted to get the temple back going again. Well, there was one problem. They only had 1 day's supply of oil, and it was going to take 8 days to get any more oil. Well, they lit the fire, and that 1 day's supply lasted the 8 days that it took to get more oil. Beginning again. Again. Many of you and I have things that we've put on our personal altars, things that we see that we need. Well, some of us have also dealt with people who want to tell us about things like so-called God's will, when the fact is the will of the divine is our happiness and well-being. And here we celebrate it. We celebrate it. And that's Yule, or whatever else you want to call this. Celebration of the sun beginning its return journey. And so mote it be. Since the dawn of time, people have sought communion with the divine, and the divine has sought to facilitate that communion. Toward that end, the divine has acquired many faces and facets, so that over the generations, people would be able to envision and commune with the divine in terms which they could understand. Now, as we come to know better the ways of our ancestors and the ways of others, we strive to see the unity behind the innumerable faces and facets of the divine. Like a diamond, the divine has facets, each facing a particular direction and having its own characteristics. But each facet is connected to each other facet by the rest of the diamond, such that no facet can claim to be the entire diamond. And that diamond is the divine, that most high God, whose first priest known to us by name was Melchizedek. I stand here before the most high God as a mortal among mortals. I'm a priest because the divine called me to be a priest. And I hold myself accountable to the divine for my deeds as a priest. And I stand with the priests and priestesses who have come before me in proclaiming faith in the divine. I believe in the unnamed God, the bornless one, from whom all else, divine and mundane, was created. And in the many facets of the Godhead, named and without name, seen as gods, seen as gods, goddesses, or otherwise, which reach out to receive each person within mankind in communion, each according to his or her perception and understanding of the divine. And I believe in the archangels Raphael, Gabriel, Michael, and Ariel, and other angels known and unknown, And I believe in one earth, the mother of us all, and in one womb wherein all men and women are begotten, and wherein they shall rest. And I believe in many paths to the divine, all leading to the divine. And I believe in the gathering of people of like mind, and the power and energy they raise when gathered for like purpose. And I believe in the communion of saints. And forasmuch as food and drink are transmuted to us daily into spiritual substance, I believe in the miracle of the Mass. And I confess one baptism of wisdom whereby we accomplish the miracle of incarnation. And I confess my life. And I confess my life. One, individual and eternal, which was and is to come. So mote it be. And so we proclaim the great mystery of the divine. A God is born. A God lives. A God has died. A God is born again. A God will live again. O Father Odin, Lady Freya, El Shaddai, Mar Yeshua, Lord Cernunnos, Lady Caradwin, Raphael, Michael, Gabriel, Uriel, and those others, that the people joining us invite. I invite you and welcome you to this temple, to this circle, to this rite. I welcome you, and as a token of that welcome, in accordance with the ancient ways, I break bread with you. I bid you welcome in reverence and respect, but also in friendship. I welcome you in friendship, and as a token of that friendship and to bind that friendship, I offer drink. Behold the feast with which we welcome the divine. Take of the bread and of the cup, and feast and celebrate as the divine within welcomes the divine without. give you thanks for this feast and for this celebration. We thank you for this celebration and for the occasion you have given us to celebrate. For we celebrate the beginning of fulfillment. As people, we were given a promise of the return. As individuals, we've been given many promises. We could come to you and ask, and it shall be given. In so many paths, the same words are written. Seek and you shall find. Ask and it shall be given unto you. And so we celebrate the beginning of fulfillment. We thank you. We thank you for fulfillment. So mote it be. Hata Malkut Vegebura Vegadula Legola. Amen. Go forth in peace, O powers of air, my thanks and my blessings. Go forth in peace, O powers of fire, my thanks and my blessings. Go forth in peace, O powers of water, my thanks and my blessings. Go forth in peace, O powers of earth, my thanks and my blessings. To all beings and powers of the visible and invisible, depart in peace. May there always be love, peace, and harmony between us. My thanks and my blessings. The circle is open, yet ever it remains a circle. Around and through me always flows its magical power. So mote it be. And so we celebrate fulfillment. And the beginning of fulfillment, and the beginning of many fulfillments here at Yule. One fulfillment was that this whatever it is that's stuffing in my head didn't stop me from doing this. So we've got one already. Blessed be. Uriel's gifts and the secrets in plain sight are sponsored by the Temple of Gaia. Your spiritual journey is exactly that, a journey. Like any other journey, there's a beginning point, there's a destination, and there's every step from the start to the finish. Religion is like underwear. What works well for me might be inappropriate for someone else, including you. I can guarantee you that no matter how similar our paths are, they will not be identical. At Temple of Gaia, we don't train you to our path. We show you how to find and pursue your own path. We also help you prepare for your ministry. Prepare, yes, no matter how far along you are, there will always be something coming to prepare for. Ministry, we all have a ministry, beginning with our own ministry to ourselves. Above all, we provide a great place to come together and to share. We're located in Collingdale, Pennsylvania, just outside of Philadelphia, and wherever cyberspace can be reached. Temple of Gaia is a Wiccan church incorporated under the laws of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. To learn more, visit our website at templeofgaiainc.org. That's TEMPLEOFGAIAINC.org. We also have a meeting place in cyberspace at templeofgaia.ning.com. If you like this, you might also enjoy our weekly audio podcast, The Secrets in Plain Sight, available through iTunes or almost any place else where free podcasts are available for download, including its own website at secrets.libsyn.com. Thank you for coming. I hope that you found something here that can help, perhaps a seed that might take hold and grow to your benefit. Feel free to return at any time. We intend to always have something for you here. Blessed be. This has been a presentation of the Wise Ones Net. Merry part and blessed be.